I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. I was just working with my petri dishes. My name is Sir Alexander Flemming, and I am the person who discovered penicillin. Let me tell you a little bit more about myself. Well, I was born in Ayrshire, Scotland on August 6, 1881, and as a young boy I stayed in Scotland and studied at 3 different academies. I went to the Loudon Moor Academy, I went to the Darvel Academy, and then I went to the Cabernac Academy. But this just wasn't enough. I moved to London and I went to the Polytechnic, and alongside of that I worked to pay for my college degree that I would get in the future. Then after that, it wasn't enough. I went to medical school. I went to St. Mary's Medical School at London University, where I was awarded a gold medal with my degree in 1908. After that, I was so good at what I did, they asked me to be a lecturer there. I lectured until 1914, but that is when World War I started, and they actually asked me to go and be a captain for the medical corps. So I had to leave, and I was just newly married. In 1915, I got married to my lovely wife, Sarah McElroy, and she had our first son. So I was gone for 4 years, but when I returned, I became a lecturer again, back at St. Mary's. During my time as a lecturer and through my medical course for World War I was studying all about bacteria. That was my passion. I love bacteria, and that is what ended up ultimately leading me to discovering penicillin. But I'll get there. Anyway, after about 10 years of being a lecturer, they actually asked me to become a professor there, and that was such an honor for me. I loved teaching and I loved learning. So, let me show you a picture. After I told you all about how much I love bacteria, I actually discovered the lysosome in 1921. This was very important for me because as I was studying with my Professor Wright on the flu in my petri dish, I discovered that staph was growing, but something peculiar was happening with my staph. Around my staph, there were circles of antibacterial rings. I was very confused. And even when I put 800 times the amount of staph onto those rings, bacteria still did not grow. And that is when I discovered penicillin. It was such a day. I was awarded many Nobel Prizes and medals for this, but I did eventually pass away in 1955. But that was my greatest discovery.